Thank you so much, Betty. That made me think of your mom and how wonderful she is and how much I know we both miss her. So now I'm going to try not to cry and go on. So welcome again, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. Today's talk is going to be a little bit about time and how it uh, is thought of today and affects our lives today and our very existence on this planet since the beginning of time. So, first, I'd like to thank you all for choosing to come here today. We all know that we are spiritual beings. We all know that we are spiritual beings, and from that perspective, we are eternal. For this sliver of our eternal journey, we are human. As humans, I am very aware of how precious our time is. It is a finite commodity. You cannot make more, you cannot save it. So much of how we spend our time seems to be decided for us, simply intending to the general maintenance of our earthly existence and all that entails. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do it. But I'm sure we can agree, though, that we have precious little free time to spend entirely as we wish. I'm going to tell you a brief story about me growing up Catholic. Please know that I am not criticizing or judging Catholicism or any other religion. Having unity as part of my life for so many years, I'm at peace with my spiritual path and faith. This peace has given me the, the space, the grace to be open to seeing the beauty in the ritual and pomp and circumstance of the Catholic faith. While growing up, church was one of those weekly tasks that I checked off my to-do list. It was one more thing I had to do before I could do what I wanted to do. My church experience left me empty because I could not find a connection between me and this God that seemed to be out there somewhere, separate from me. Even, even during weekly catechism on Wednesday nights, yet another chore to check off my to-do list, I never felt safe to explore, to ask questions, or dare I say it, express a doubt. The way the concept of God was presented to me, I pictured God as a stern parent, keeping track of all the ways I wasn't good enough, all the ways I fell short, every sin I committed, if you will. I felt judged, inadequate, and alone. I did not know how to express it at the time, but I could not connect to the rules and requirements of religion. What I was looking for was a spiritual connection. I was looking for confirmation of what I knew to be true, that I and everyone and everything we can see and cannot see is of God. There is no separation and never could be. God is everything. There is nothing that God is not. When we found unity, or to be more accurate, when unity found us, after the first service, I knew I found my spiritual home, my safe place to explore, ask questions, express doubt, to grapple with my connection to all that is. Unity represents to me the kind parent, the one who lets me make a mess, explore, question, make mistakes, get in trouble. Rather than punishing or criticizing, I am applauded for my creativity and curiosity. I am encouraged to keep going, keep questioning, and never lose that sense of wonder. If I get in trouble or make a mistake, my kind, loving parent will not only stand beside me as I deal with whatever necessary consequences are required, I am forgiven and never judged for my mistakes. Unity reminds us that God can only express through us. The only description of God in the Bible is that God is love. Love is not tangible, but it is clear when it is present and very clear when it is absent. Our purpose during this human experience is to allow love to express through us. I am so grateful to have been allowed to explore, question, and come to know this truth. It grounds me when the world does not look like or act like love. I can choose to live my purpose and be the love needed in any situation. When I was in ministerial school, every week a speaker representing a particular faith or spiritual perspective or practice would come and speak. The first lecture I attended, I wish I could remember their name, provided a perspective I will never forget. He guided us through a lecture that first had us explore the macro view of God, the foreverness of God, the vastness of everything, the all of all. Then he began to shrink us into the micro of God, every cell, every atom, down to the tiniest invisible particle that are the stuff of creation. This reminded me of Carl Sagan's Cosmos. His amazing book and TV show referred to the material of creation as star stuff. A few years ago, Neil deGrasse Tyson did 3 new seasons of Cosmos, which I highly recommend. There was a piece on one of the episodes which I thought was particularly appropriate to share on Mother's Day. It provides a perspective on time and love, which I find all at once to be fascinating and remarkably comforting. To make sure I have the science right, I'm quoting dialogue directly from the show. Come with me on a journey through time. In order to begin to comprehend the vastness of time, a cosmic calendar was created. Considering all of time from the birth of the universe to this very moment, time was compressed into a single calendar year. January 1st is the Big Bang. December 31st at midnight is this current moment. On this scale, every month represents a little more than 1 billion years. Every day represents about 40 million years. Our story with all other living things, our story begins with all other living things. Every living thing on Earth descends from a single origin. It happened in the deep, dark ocean about 4 billion years ago. On the cosmic calendar, the date would be around September 15th. A tiny organism evolved. Within this tiny single-celled organism is a kind of chemical ladder, the DNA double helix, star stuff. Oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, elements cooked in the hearts of distant stars, mixed with hydrogen from the Big Bang to come alive on this little world. Through random changes, which we call evolution, the ladder grew, adding more and more wings. It took another 3 billion years for life to evolve into plants and animals, which we could see with the naked eye. If the cosmic calendar had holidays, December 26th would be one of them. Sometime on this day, and remember, a day represents about 40 million years. Sometime on that day, about 200 million years ago, the first mammals evolved. Mammals brought a new feature to life on Earth, the neocortex. I am inserting a definition here that is not part of the show. The neocortex is part of the brain's cerebral cortex, which is where higher cognitive function is thought to originate, including attention, thought, perspective, and episodic memory. Definition over. On with the show. It is the neocortex that allowed mammals to thrive, evolve, and take over the planet. Mammals brought something else as well. They nurtured, suckled, and loved their young. December 26th on the cosmic calendar is Mother's Day, the very first Mother's Day. Considering that the cosmic calendar starts time at about 14 billion years ago, and the first mammal demonstrating a loving act didn't evolve until about 200 million years ago, the human being has existed a scant 200,000 years, give or take. We are brand new to this love thing. On the cosmic scale, we are children growing into very mature concepts and ideas. Let's get good at it by practicing it every day. Let's show compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and patience to each other as we stumble through life doing the very best we can. Let's lovingly nurture, listen to, and connect with each other. As spiritual beings, we may be ageless and eternal. As humans, we are children finding our way. We are children parenting ourselves. Let's be the kind parent to each other. Let's allow for exploration, curiosity, questions, messes, confusion, and mistakes. Let's give each other the gift of forgiveness and freedom to try again. We'll get better at it in a few million years. In closing, if you want to collapse time and get better at love and nurturing faster, watch this heartwarming short video demonstrating the love and nurturing in action. These loving animals do not consider species, they do not consider anything except the love and nurturing of a living being.
This is a real B&H customer story. Fred Smith, fitness instructor and podcaster, started a new business.
With those loving images in mind, let's relax into a meditation. So just take a quick inventory. Roll your neck, put your feet on the floor. Where you feel any tension, just try to relax and start to focus on your breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in love and breathe out stress. Breathe in compassion and breathe out fear. Breathe in love and breathe out all that is not love. And as you sink deeper into a quiet moment of meditation, think of all of the people in your life who have birthed you into being. Not only the person who gave you life, but all the people that came through your life and gave your life meaning and gave you a little piece of who you are today. Maybe a teacher or a coach or a neighbor or your best friend's parents or your siblings or a coworker or the grocery clerk. Anyone you might have met throughout the years, I'm sure there are many who have shaped your life. And even those people who may have been part of the stern parent, they have taught us too. They have done the best they can. Let's thank them as well. As we sink into deep meditation, fill your heart with love for all those motherly figures, regardless of gender, who have shaped your life and helped create you. And now let's bring to mind anyone in need of prayer. We enfold everyone in the light and love that is God. We hold for them the knowing that all is well, and they have the answers and the strength within them to deal with any circumstance. Now I ask that you think about coming back into this room, back into your body, and when you're ready, open your eyes. A lot of you are off camera, so I don't know if you're back, but welcome back. If you're still meditating, that's fine. This is the